The third and last step to run a DR exercise is to perform a failback test. In this step, you revert your environment to the same state it was at the start of the exercise. This includes the following actions. First, use the DR service on the primary vault to replicate all the data from the DR vault, which served as the active vault for the duration of the DR exercise or incident. Second, execute a manual failover process on the primary vault. Third, set the DR vault back to DR mode. Lastly, make sure that end users can still sign in to the PVWA and securely connect to target systems using PSM. Let's review each action in detail. Replicate data from the DR vault. Log into the primary vault server using the local Windows administrator. Open the Windows File Explorer and navigate to the conf directory in the folder where the disaster recovery module was installed. Double-click the padr.ini file to edit it in Notepad. Delete the last two lines of the file that indicate the log number and timestamp of the last successful replication. Make sure failover mode is set to No. Save the file and exit Notepad. Trigger a full replication by starting the disaster recovery service. Monitor the padr.log file and periodically check for log updates to confirm the disaster recovery service has completed the full replication of data. Execute a manual failover process on the primary vault. Once the full replication has completed successfully, open the padr.ini file using Notepad. Make sure Enable Failover is set to Yes. Make sure that Enable DB Sync is set to Yes. Lastly, set the Activate Manual Failover parameter to Yes. Save the file and exit Notepad. Restart the disaster recovery service. Refresh the display and confirm the disaster recovery service was stopped immediately after starting. Return to monitor the log file for changes. In a manual failover process, the DR service executes a failover process immediately after being restarted by synchronizing the data and metadata. Starting the private ARC server on the primary vault and stopping the disaster recovery process. Open the Windows Services applet to confirm the disaster recovery process has stopped and that the private ARC server service has started. Set the DR vault back to DR mode. Log into the DR vault as the Windows local administrator and open the padr.ini file using Notepad. Delete the last two lines and set the failover mode parameter back to No. Using the Windows Services applet, stop the private ARC server service. Click Yes to stop the CyberArk Event Notification Engine service as well. Scroll up and start the CyberArk Vault Disaster Recovery service. Monitor the padr.log file and periodically check for log updates to confirm the disaster recovery service has completed the full replication of data. In the last part of the test, confirm that end users can still access critical systems via CyberArk. Open Chrome and verify you can still log in to the PVWA as an admin. Now, verify you can launch a secure session to one or more target systems using the PSM. Close the secure session. Lastly, navigate to the System Health page. Note the change in vault status and component connectivity. Confirm that the PVWA and PSM servers have all successfully failed back to the primary vault automatically. and that the CPM connection to the primary vault has resumed. After reverting your environment to its original state, the DR exercise is complete. For more information, check out our online resources.